Welcome to our channel. Today, we present women's cheating tricks and how to catch them. With the expansion of digital platforms, the occurrence of emotional affairs and online infidelity has also increased. According to some research, women are more prone to emotional infidelity, whereas men may be more likely or inclined to commit physical infidelity. Today, the entire video presentation is based on this one assertion. However, males are less likely than women to cheat. Indeed, it is true. I restate women commit a great deal of emotional infidelity, which is often ignored or minimized because, in contrast to men, it rarely results in physical violence. While many women do not find themselves warming another woman's bed after cheating, many men do. It may take some time to find your partner in bed with someone else if you believe your partner is unfaithful. This is because you may be looking in the wrong place. Therefore, how does emotional cheating actually seem? I will answer that question. Here are a few methods for making that determination. Number 1. It began as a friendship but develops into more. A friendship that seems straightforward at first may develop into a deep emotional bond over time. It happens when a level of intimacy that is normally only shared between you and your woman is shared with someone else. It can be slick and difficult to detect because this occurs without any physical component. However, strong communication and interaction are characteristics of emotional affairs. This is not just being physically close to one another for extended periods of time, but also communicating consistently even when you are not together. For example, there may be discussions with this individual that could cause suspicion, and a significant amount of her time may be devoted to communicating with him through text messages, emails, or video calls. This frequently results in the diversion of her attention and time away from you, the family, or other obligations, resulting in some degree of neglect. Is that sounding familiar to you? Whenever you attempt to have some quality time together, you will frequently find her giving priority to someone else's text. Or you discover the bestie of the opposite sex gets the good news before you do. In fact, this goes beyond simply sharing. It is the sentimental attachment and privacy that go into it. It consequently becomes the issue. If she is concealing conversations, persistently preoccupied with someone else, or divulging intimate details with them instead of you, she is engaged in an emotional affair. If such a situation is occurring, it is advisable to take a moment to stop and contemplate. It is not solely about the person she is conversing with. It concerns her current state of mind and heart. Number 2, she discloses too much personal information to this person. Thus, a casual conversation about work quickly becomes a sensitive and personal discussion about her life and relationship with you, as well as your shared challenges and intimate life experiences. She will become much closer to this other guy by sharing such intimate details about herself and having such honest emotional conversations. She talks on extremely personal topics, such as the difficulties she is having in your partnership. She confides in this person primarily about her problems, which may make you feel less satisfied with her, particularly if she is not making an effort to find solutions. You should be aware that this particular neglect changes the dynamic from just being a good friend to something to be concerned about. Number 3, when she compares things with bias. As her connection with this new man strengthens, she may begin to create a rivalry between you and him, directly pitting you against each other. If she discovers that you do not meet certain standards set by this individual, it may result in resentment and diminish your favorability in comparison. She will begin to engage in more frequent criticism, with a greater emphasis on your shortcomings, while disregarding your positive qualities. It is definitely worth paying a little more attention if she suddenly becomes angry with you and says things like that. Number 4, when spending more time with other person than you. Not only does she communicate with him non-stop now, but she also spends a lot of time with him in person. She's very creative when it comes to making excuses or making up reasons to be with him. In order to avoid spending time with you both during the designated time, she may occasionally even go so far as to fabricate an excuse to spend it with this other guy. Number 5, the confidentiality. She therefore gradually increased the level of secrecy in her relationship with this other guy, which frequently took the form of truthful omissions. In order to hide these exchanges, she may choose to delete messages from her device or deny the existence of her communication when you question her. She may also choose to withhold information about her interactions, meetings, and conversations from you entirely. Number 6. Her attention is diverted by the other individual. The person she is emotionally at odds with is taking center stage in her thoughts and dominating them more and more, to such an extent that you will start experiencing challenges in concentrating on her routine tasks or activities. Her clothing preferences may start being influenced by the desire to attract this other gentleman. Although this degree of connection may resemble a close friendship, it becomes problematic if it causes the other person to feel resentful of you, or if it prevents you two from being intimately involved and communicating with each other. Even though these emotions and actions do not prove she is having an emotional affair, they can be signs that it might have an effect on your relationship. After laying out these points, how can you actually deal with the situation if your partner is emotionally cheating? In actuality, though, it depends, and I can provide you with a few answers. You could take extreme measures, like secretly recording interactions with her while you are away to find out what she is really up to. A device that, regardless of what it is placed in, can stay hidden. Moreover, the voice activation model allows for audio recording at any time when sound is detected. Next, you can proceed to conduct this cheat examination. If the situation arises unexpectedly, simply inquire whether you may peruse the correspondence exchange between her and the individual she refers to as a friend. You can probably assume that her friendship is limited to that if she allows you to do that almost immediately and willingly. Alternatively, if she is extremely uncomfortable about you seeing her conversations with a guy and refuses to let you quickly remove messages, you may want to reconsider their apparent friendship. Taking the loyalty test is your third option at this point. It is not too complicated. It only takes a few minutes to set up a phony social media account. To test her loyalty, start flirting with her online. We still do not know if she is flirting back or if she rejected your advances altogether. Ensure, however, that you back her into a corner from which she cannot escape. Lastly, simply communicating the rate is another one of my favorites. Communicate your emotions to her regarding the current situation. Express your observation that she appears to be establishing a connection elsewhere. In fact, eliminating all friendships with individuals of the opposite sex or avoiding close relationships outside of your partner is not necessarily the solution. This has to do with limits. It is about treating a partnership with dignity and importance. Emotional matters are complicated, but you can manage them with awareness and honest communication. Talk to people, listen to them, and seek professional assistance when necessary. Go ahead and take that step because I think your relationship is worth it. Guys, while the subject of discussion today is serious, never forget that the goal is to create stronger, healthier bonds between partners because adultery is painful. However, things do not have to end drastically. Learn, develop, and most importantly, do not let up on your communication and trust skills. Has infidelity ever been a problem for you? How did you respond to it? Let us continue the conversation by exchanging stories, ideas, and comments in the space provided below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the bell for more sincere conversations, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Until our next encounter, maintain your intelligence, exhibit respect, and continue to love with great ability. Thanks for watching.